I'm not big on speeches. I've always believed that the role of the bartender is to shut up and listen. And by that measure, Gabe was the worst bartender I've ever known.
I never issued a speeding ticket to someone on a bicycle before. Till he came along.
He cared so much about my admissions essay. Even though he probably couldn't spell admissions or essay.
He booked my band to play the Lantern. All the way from Seattle to pretty much right where I'm standing.
I can recall 14 specific instances where Gabe said something that made me laugh. The first was 2 years ago.
So, long story short, instead of a ticket, I ended up buying him a beer.
Gabe stood like 3 feet away, grinning like a doofus at us. I'm sure there were more people, but I only remember him.
And then he said, I know! That's why the K is silent. Then the fifth time...
He cared about everyone.
He was the kind of guy you wanted to be around.
He was a world-class bullshitter.
He was my best friend.
All I want to say about Gabe is he came into this bar as a stranger, but he left it as family. Guess that's that then. What happened to Gabe was a senseless, tragic accident. And I just wish that...
It wasn't an accident.
Son, now is not the time.
Gabe called the mine. I gave him my sat phone to be sure he could get through. They fucked up. And now Gabe's dead.
So somebody is guilty.
That was my shift.
Mac again.
If anyone had called, it would have gone through me. Nobody called.
Mac.
You're lying. In front of Gabe's own fucking sister. Alex heard the whole thing.
What am I supposed to say? Everybody's looking at me, I don't know what to say.
Well, I didn't hear Gabe make the call. But he told us he got through.
Well, if Gabe said something, then I'm inclined to believe him, Mac. What are you saying?
I'm not saying anything. Just, I didn't get a call. Draw your own conclusions.
All right, folks. This is an ongoing investigation.
How about we review the sequence of events,
Well, son.
When I saw you at the record store,
Calm
you
down,
seemed
Ryan.
pretty eager to find Gabe. Remember why? Another fight with Riley, maybe?
No, I don't have to take this.
Just saying. Pretty
Oh,
wild that
oh.
you come stumbling out of Gabe's apartment with your face all fucked up.
Ryan.
And just a couple hours later, you just so happened to miss the call that would have saved his life.
Look, I told you there was no call to miss. Okay, maybe the call got dropped. Or shit, I mean, it's not like Gabe was Mr. Reliable all the time.
Watch your mouth, Mac.
Ryan, that's enough. Now, I'm just as eager as you to understand all this, son, but there was a time...
Bullshit, Dad. This little weasel's calling Gabe a liar at his own fucking wake.
No, I am just telling you.
Mac, I swear, if you say there was no call one more fucking time...
Stop it! Stop it now!
That's 3 of them. 2 of them, eh?
This is not the time or place. We're all here for Gabe. Okay, Ryan?
Sure, I'm sorry. It's not... I'm just... I'm not the one who killed him.
Aren't you, though?
What the fuck did you just say?
Ryan, back off.
I'm just saying. I thought I heard that you
Mac,
were the one.
you shut the hell up.
No, go ahead. You got something to say, Mac? Let's fucking hear
Come
it.
on, guys. Don't make me intervene.
All right, fine. As long as we're tossing around accusations, way I hear it, you're the guy who cut the rope. Why not you?
It. Wait's over. Everyone, out.
Alex?
Hey.
Fuck those guys.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Not really. But I will be.
It's not your job to keep it together.
Thanks. Do you, it's messy, but do you want to come in?
Sure. You play guitar?
Sort of. It was a gift from Gabe.
Cool. Gabe would try to pop wheelies outside the record store to make me laugh. Never worked. Till he wiped out. That was hilarious. Gabe really wanted to do the art for Ethan. But by the end of it, he was more jazzed about it than anybody.
Wish I could have seen it.
Yeah. We took this a year ago. We... No way. I can't.
What?
He actually kept it. What a dick. Sorry. I just need a minute.
Yeah, no problem.
I was just thinking.
Calm down, Alex. You're fine. You're fine. Whatever that bottle made her think of, it really messed her up. I wonder if I could help her the same way I helped Ethan.
Yeah, that went well, didn't it?
I need to feel her sadness, to figure out how to help her. Now I can find out what's really going on with Steph.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting your new foosball champion, Gabe Chen.
Oh, you're the worst! Can't believe I have to stay in this stupid town.
I think we both know you could have beat me if you really wanted to. So you're welcome.
Bullshit.
Damn it, fucking overpowered blue meteor.
Aww. Is your controller broken too?
We're playing until I win.
Then I'll be crashing here tonight.
What are they called again?
Don't shit on my yard! They're amazing! Their guitarist has one arm.
Badass.
Dude, give it up. I already booked a bus ticket.
Wait, hear me out. One more game. If I win, you have to stay. If you win, I'll cover the ticket.
You just lost $50.
So everything looks like it. Nothing hidden anywhere, is there? No, I think that's all the story unfolded.
Steph?
Sorry. This is so embarrassing. I just need some time.
Okay. Her sadness is so strong. I hope I can help.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting your new foosball champion, Gabe Chen.
I'm missing something. Oh, there's something up here.
Here's to your new job at the station.
Oh, didn't I tell you? I'm not taking it. I move to Denver next week.
You what?
I think I know enough to help her now.
Yeah. That's just confused things more for me.
Still can't believe he's gone.
Yep. He's the whole reason I'm still... I'm sorry, Alex. Don't mind me.
How about a quick match?
Did Gabe tell you we played?
Yeah. And he said he kicked your butt.
Asshole. I don't really think it's a great time. Fine.
First to 5 points?
If you say so.
What? Oh dear.
So, how often did you and Gabe play?
It was one of our favorite games.
You must be pretty good then.
Mm-hmm.
You were in a band, right?
Yeah.
What'd you play?
Drums.
How long did you play with them?
Too long.
Gotcha. Five points! That's
Fuck
game!
no!
Yep. Big shocker.
Oh, hey, at least you played your best.
I mean, that obviously wasn't my best.
No, I get it. I mean, this is a tough game. Requires skill, timing, and the will to be a champion.
Oh, is that how it is?
Wait, hold on. The crowd is really picking up on my energy. We love you, Alex! Strip sucks!
Okay, fuck you. I want a rematch.
You're on.
This is going to be much harder, isn't it?
I'm actually trying this time, so you better focus.
I am focusing.
Good. Wouldn't want you to get distracted or anything.
Certainly not.
2-0.
Greatest Northwest band of all time, go.
Are you trying to distract me?
Oh, of course not.
Ah!
Slater Kinney, if you were wondering.
Five, 1.
Woo!
Shit.
Oh, that's a win.
I was actually trying that time. Okay, wait. Let's get serious. One more game. Winner takes title of Ultimate Foosball Champion.
I don't know.
Come on. You know Gabe would be all about us playing like this.
Well, then it's settled.
I'm not a fan of the spoopy background. It's
This is it. For all the marbles.
So many marbles.
Definitely the kind of game you want to focus on, no matter what happens.
Totally.
Hey, so are you into girls or what?
I'll date anybody, assuming they're my type.
What's your type?
I'll let you know when I meet them.
Who's what?
oh!
What? Fuck.
Oh, I can't believe I pressed
knew
that.
How old are you exactly?
Old enough to know better.
I don't know what button moves the keeper. Yes! 5-2.
Foosball champion! Foosball
15-3.
champion!
Damn, shit, family! Oh!
Good game.
Thanks, Alex. I'm really glad you talked me into it. It was a lot of fun.
Of course.
Go for that.
It's kind of crazy that you knew exactly what would cheer me up.
Don't give me too much credit. I'm the one who really needed it.
So, what are you gonna do now?
What do you mean?
That shit with Mac. He's clearly lying, right?
I'm not sure what Mac's deal is. His story doesn't add up.
Yeah.
I do know that I need to find out exactly what happened that night. For myself and for Gabe.
Yes.
I've got your back. No matter what.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I should head back to work.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye. I know Gabe made that call. But did Mac really let the blast go off just to get back at him? See? I can be a person.
So that's what was in the that cupboard. Head downstairs, okay. Should have. I used to be a handyman back in Philly. Nate Langman. Okay. Let's get downstairs then.
Thanks, Jed.
Ugh.
Oh, hey, kid, you don't have to do that.
Too late.
Wanted to apologize. For all of us. We're all grieving, but that's no excuse. It was your brother's wake, and you both deserve better than listening to a bunch of fools squabble.
I appreciate it.
I'm going to hold off blaming Mac for now.
Pretty rough. Although it's hard to imagine a good version of your dead brother's wake.
No, there's no good version. Just all of us trying to get through it together the best we can. Wasn't the first wake held in this old building. I doubt it'll be the last. Anyway, if there's anything I can do, just let me know.
I need to talk to Mac. I know he's lying. I just don't know why. Any idea where I can find him?
Well, he helps out Eleanor at the flower shop. That'd be the place to start.
Thanks.
I feel like I should warn you, though. You might not get the kind of closure you're looking for. If you get any at all. Just don't pin all your hopes on Mac Loudon.
Thanks for looking out for me, but what else am I supposed to do?
I wish I had an answer for you. But if you get a chance before you go all dirty Harry, swing by the dispensary. Charlotte wants to see you. And one more thing. I've been meaning to give you this for the last few days, but I didn't want to disturb you up there. It'll get you through that door and the one upstairs. This is your home now, for as long as you'd like.
What about rent? I don't want to be a freeloader.
Don't worry about that for right now. We'll work out a way for you to earn your keep when the time comes.
Thank you.
Give him hell.
I have no idea what to even say to him.
I think he's got something to do with it, you know.
RM and TB. I wonder who they were.
No idea.
Jed definitely has a decorating style. I'd call it steakhouse chic.
I'm enjoying this, but I'm going to have to go soon because I'm very hungry.
Okay, Jed said I might find Mac in the flower shop. But I have time to swing by the dispensary if I want.
Visit stuff at the record store, visit this dispensary, investigate the flower shop. Okay, where's the dispensary?
Okay, this is probably the most Haven thing I've seen yet. On one hand, there's the open road and the freedom to run away from my problems. On the other, helmet hair.
Well, there's the dispensary up there. Don't tell him your name, Pike.
Hey, Pike.
Hey.
Ebert.
How you holding up?
Guess I've been better.
Yeah, right. Dumb question. Hey, I want you to know I meant what I said back there. Gabe was something else. He could bring a smile to my face even on the worst days.
Yeah, that's what everyone's been saying.
And, when you're ready, I still need to get your statement for the investigation.
I think I'll be ready soon.
Yeah. No rush.
He's not very good. Don't tell him your name, Pike. What have we got here? Where's that? Can't read that. Outfitters.
Nice to know. Hipsters can survive at this altitude. Wind chimes. The original jam band.
Treasures of the East. Oh.
Sorry about today.
Might be a good time to check out the dispensary. Jed said Charlotte wants to talk to me.
Together next week?
Sure. I have a pottery class.
Guess they didn't feel like painting the mine.
Yeah, I usually grab a bite with Katie. You should come.
Oh, sorry.
We met briefly. You're Gabe Chen's sister, right?
Alex, yeah.
I didn't know him well, but I could tell he had a big heart. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Stretch. Loading screen.
Charlotte?
Alex, hey.
Jed said you wanted to see me?
I just wanted to see how you were doing.
I'm okay. Keeping my chin up.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
How about you? I can't even imagine what you're going through.
Honestly, I'm really trying to keep it together for Ethan. He's hurting.
I hear he's been having a rough time.
He practically just lost a father. But he's shutting me out. He's never done that before. Not when it mattered.
Everyone grieves differently. Maybe he just needs some time.
We've been through a lot together. With the divorce and moving. He's never shut down like this. I just can't get through to him. I can't get over the feeling that the one person who could help me deal with the aftermath of Gabe's death is Gabe.
What is this?
An affidavit from Typhon. If I sign, I'm agreeing not to press charges in exchange for a payment. A big one.
That is shady.
That's so shady. Why would they be offering you money if they didn't do anything wrong?
They say it's an offer of good faith. But you're right. He's dead because of them.
He's dead because of your son.
And I'd be letting them off.
Are you gonna sign it?
I don't know. I'm trying to put Ethan first, but... What would you do? Do you think it would be a betrayal of Gabe?
Yes. Oh. Oh. I suppose I'm not guilty as.
I don't think you should sign it. I'm sorry. I know it's hard, but you can't let Typhon buy you off. Gabe made that call, and I'm gonna prove it.
I still think Ryan has something to do
I need
with
some
it.
time.
I think they built Mac up to be this
Being honest.
jerk who hates Gabe. It's going to turn out.
If they're
that's
willing to
the
pay
smoke
Charlotte to
screen.
keep quiet, they're definitely hiding something.
I really appreciate you stopping.
Probably cost more than my bus ticket.
Bong.
Sweet logo. Bet Charlotte designed it herself.
The town of Haven Springs would like to remind listeners of the upcoming vote on local ballot measure 39. Further information is available at Town Hall.
That's a zemi. In the Dominican, they're said to house the spirits of gods. Mostly, I just like how it looks.
It's really cool. There's nothing quite like a cup of weed on a cold day. Charlotte's dedication to her art is so inspiring. These bougie dispensaries are gonna put all the creepy dudes named Gene out of business. Given the circumstances, I could definitely go for a few of these. And he did it all with one rusty saw and a bottle of gin. Impressive. Wonder what it's like to have I do my drugs out of a glass sculpture type of money. I could totally paint that. I just don't want these are my kind of discounts. A little steep, but can you really put a price on a kid's dreams? Nice contribution, Gabe.
Where next? Oh, actually, I need to go around, make sure it saves it.
Still need to check the flower shop for Mac.
So I need to visit stuff at the record store first, which is over here. Try and remember the buttons.
Steph asked me to pop by the record store if I had time. Steph asked me to swing by. She's got to be around here somewhere. Looks like Steph might be working on a new project. Helpful. I'm glad Gabe convinced her to stay.
Hey, I'm glad you stopped by. I've only got a sec, but... Have you talked to Ethan at all? He's taking it really hard. But what you did for me this morning got me thinking. What if Ethan needs something like that too? Something fun and distracting. Something like a LARP.
Like the one you and Gabe were gonna take him to?
Yeah, but designed just for him and Thanor.
He'll love that.
Yeah, I'm glad you think so. I need your help, though. I want it to be as good as it can be. Ethan gave you one of his comics, right? So, what do you think? Who would the famous monster slayer have the most fun defeating?
Gravius, Lord of the Underworld, or Storm Rather the Undead. What's that, Skeletor? I'll have to go with Storm Rather, I think.
Storm Rather looks like a worthy opponent. He gets my vote.
All right, then. Oh, I gotta get back in there. There's some stuff in my comp book. Be cool if you could check it out. Help me make some calls.
I'll see what I can do.
Hoodie guy looks like me from the side.
Hey, Haven listeners. That was Phone Tap with their new...
The breakup section, huh? That's rough, buddy.
Indie rock coming down the pike. But first, a few announcements.
Oh. Looks like Steph wants me to do more than just make some decisions. She wants me to play a bard. Guess I'm in. Let's start.
Bring your friends, bring your family.
Alto.
Bring your ex. I'm sure it'll be different this time.
Alto is a good name for a bard. Ability time. Distortion Field sounds fun, but Healing Serenade could really come in handy.
Let's go Healing Serenade.
Healing Serenade it is. How did I meet Thanor?
Funny story.
A wolf and an ogre walk into a bar. Oh god.
Neat handwriting.
This LARP thing just might work.
Okay, it's just... Oh, fill in Steph's comp book. Isn't crossed out yet.
Thanor and I will make a great team.
Oh, it is now. Investigate the flower shop. Okay. Let's go.
Val, I just want to be friends.
Evil kitty. Okay, where is the flower shop?
Still need to check the flower shop for Mac.
That's not Riley.
Eleanor?
Oh,
Sorry.
no need to apologize. How are you, dear?
Oh. I'm okay, I guess. Taking it one moment at a time.
It's the best way to be.
Is Mac here?
Oh, he was helping me not too long ago. I think he just left. Can't have gotten too far.
Got it. Thanks.
Now, what was I?
Uh-oh.
She looks terrified. I can't leave her like this. Okay, time to figure out why she's afraid.
All my memories are fading. I feel broken. The doctor said I had more time, but everything is becoming so out of order. If they know about my condition, they'll make me close this place. If Riley finds out, she can't find out.
Thank you, dear. I'll get started on it right away. Just come by with the check whenever you're free.
Holy shit.
It's not just that she forgot what she was doing. She's afraid she's forgetting everything. But how can I help her? how does she hide all of this? Forget what you were working on?
You could say I'm having a bit of a senior moment.
Well, maybe I can help.
What would you do? Says she doesn't want to tell Riley. Retracing steps, she probably won't remember her steps. Turns on to think harder. Isn't going to work. Or says focus on something else.
You could focus on something else for a bit and see if it comes back.
I suppose. But I can't help feeling like it was something important. Whatever it was.
Maybe not.
Seems like you have a lot going on today. I could help you retrace your steps.
Oh, I don't want to keep you.
Hey. I want to help.
Okay, retracing steps it is.
Okay. What would Eleanor have done first?
What are my options? Flowers. Phone order?
Did you maybe call someone?
I can't say for sure.
Try these flowers then.
Did you trim these flowers today?
You don't have to do this. I'll be all right on my own.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere.
There's not really much to go on here, is there? It's just this photo left, I think.
Did anything happen with Riley?
I don't know.
Did you maybe call someone?
I can't say for sure.
Ow.
You were over here when I came in. Maybe you were counting the drawer.
I would have done that last night.
Anything? Oh, of course, we would have flipped the sign over.
You must have flipped the sign to open.
I always flip it first thing when I come in, and then I open my mail. Something must have distracted me.
Better. We can do this.
So now it must be the phone, surely. That's what distracted her.
Could a phone call have distracted you?
Yes. I got a call first thing in the morning. But I can't think who it was.
Maybe we can find something to remind you.
I wonder who called.
Could it have been Riley who called?
I think that's right. She called to tell me about a new order. Goodness. What was the order for?
Rush order. This must be what Riley came in for. I think that order might have been for these lilies.
Of course. Riley helped me pick them out before she left.
Now we just have to figure out who ordered them. The check for the lilies would be in here, right? That could tell us who bought them.
It should.
Mr. Jedediah Lucan. Huh. Looks like the lilies are for Jed.
That's right. Riley dropped off an order for Jed.
I knew you'd figure it out.
I couldn't have done it without you. Jed must be hosting some event. I wonder why he wants lilies, though. They're traditionally for funerals.
God. She doesn't remember.
Not good. Yeah, spare the pain.
You know Jed. Probably doesn't know the difference between a lily and a tulip.
Don't sell him short. He's more clever than he seems. Thanks again for your help. Don't be a stranger.
I won't. Promise. She was fine. I hope it's good news.
Let's find Mac. Is that what I gotta do? Search for Mac near the fire shop, yeah. Okay.
Eleanor said Mac is nearby. I don't see him here. Maybe at the bridge?
He's a chonker.
How's your progress in Moondrop Ranch? Did you buy your chicken coop?
There he is.
Mac,
Alex. Look, it's not a good time.
you owe me an explanation about what happened to Gabe.
What? Costing me my girlfriend wasn't enough for you? Now you're gonna accuse me of killing Gabe, too?
I get it. He died on your shift and you're freaked, but you have to come clean.
Please. There's nothing I can tell you.
Mac, come on. He was my big brother.
I can't.
Something definitely has him scared. Maybe if I could tap into his fear, I could get to the truth. I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
We're done here.
Okay. Talk to Riley about Mac's fear. Where's Riley? She works at the flower shop, but I don't think she's in. Well, she might be in now. If not, I'll try the pub.
She was finally feeling better. I didn't want to ruin that. I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
Can't go that way.
Too bad I can't just run away from all this.
Okay, not allowed down there. There's a pub the other end of the street then. Well, makes sense, I suppose. Bench girl. Like a woman.
Man, these overnight shifts really take it out of me.
Yeah, my sleep schedule's...
Tell him your name, Pike.
Whenever you're ready for that interview, give me a call.
Yep, will do.
Loading screen. No, not in here. If Jed knows where he is.
Hopefully,
She
things
has
around
something.
here can settle down again.
Yeah, that'd be good. I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
Where is Riley? Wait, who works in the dispensary? I forgot. Oh, it's Elizabeth, whatever her name is. Bald guy.
I'm always here for you, if you need anything. Thanks. Back at you.
Yeah, I need to know where Riley is.
I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
This location gets all the foot
The
traffic.
park looks fun to explore.
I used to babysit Ethan when he was little. This whole thing is so horrible.
Bird watcher. More carvings.
I feel like there's a lesson here about love leaving a mark on the world. But I'm not in the fucking mood.
There's Ethan.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Alex.
Are you doing okay?
I'm fine.
Ooh.
Okay. Definitely not fine. This is cool. In a Wicker Man sort of way. I don't think this whole town is a pagan cult, but I can't rule it out either.
You're writing a novel? Since when?
If not for the paddling, kayaking would be super relaxing.
Oh, you heard about the accident? Was it on the news? No, no one.
Insert epiphany about new beginnings here.
Where is Riley?
I don't get it. Do people just not want ice cream anymore?
I looked over the budget. If we only open 3 days a week, we'll be able to scrape by.
Is that it?
I'll have to ask Eleanor, or whatever her name was.
She was finally feeling better. I didn't want to ruin that.
I hope you find Mac.
Thanks. That must have been a different time.
That was a waste of time. Where is Riley?
I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
Alright, where's the Silver Dragon? Other end of town. I've had to Google it.
Tragically, now isn't the time to check out the rest of Haven.
It's going to be sat on the bench.
I always figured mining was dangerous, but damn.
Alright, it says here Alex, you need to find Riley in order to get some information on Mac. You can either find her before going to the flower store to talk to Eleanor, or you can do it after talking to Mac. She will be down the alley next to the Silver Dragon, sat on a bench towards the riverside. So is that down towards the... This is the riverside.
I haven't been a bartender long, but I'm pretty sure these are supposed to stay in the bar. Tragically, now isn't the time to check out the rest of Haven. Sorry about leveling all your mountains. Here's a bench. I wonder how many fish Ducky's caught in this thing.
Back to the bridge, this is where Mac is. Lost her. He's angry. What's he angry about?
Yikes.
Ooh. Oh, there she is. Jesus. Wow.
Hey, Riley. Alex. Hey. You and Eleanor seem close. She's taken care of me ever since I was little. I never really knew my mom, but she's always been there for me. What does she think about you going away to school? She's thrilled. I think she just wants me to end up happy. Will she be all right without you? She's a tough cookie, but I do worry about her sometimes. She's getting older. One day I'll have to take care of her.
Very soon, unfortunately.
I know having you work with her in the shop has meant the world.
Yeah. To both of us.
That fight Mac had with Gabe over your secret meetings. They were about you applying to college, right?
Yeah. Ever since the first time Mac lost his shit in front of them, Gabe and Charlotte had tried to get me to end things with him.
And after all this, I can see that they were right.
Do you think he's telling the truth about the call? That Gabe never made it?
No, it's not that... Sorry. I'm really not ready to talk about it.
Are you sure? Sometimes talking about it can help you sort it all out.
I'm just not there yet.
I know you and Gabe were close. How are you doing?
I miss him so much. He was like an older brother to me.
I'm glad he had you.
Thank you, Alex. Really.
I gotta run.
Didn't help unless I can get in her
There's some
head.
stuff I need to do.
Okay.
I don't want to push Riley, but I need to know more about Mac. How do I get her to open up?
If he's innocent, why is he acting like this?
Acting like what? Maybe I can get her to tell me. Do you want to talk about Mac? Yeah, I get it. It's just, if he didn't do anything wrong, why is he acting like he has something to hide?
He asked me to leave Haven with him.
What?
Right after the wake. He wouldn't tell me why. But he just looked so guilty. I told him no, and that we were done. And now... I'm scared he did something horrible.
Riley, thank you for telling me.
You deserve the truth.
I gotta run. There's some stuff I need to do.
Okay. We'll talk soon?
Yeah. Whenever you want. Mac trying to skip town is sketchy as shit. I bet I could use that to stoke his fear.
Wrong side of town.
I should make sure there's nothing else I want to do before I confront Mac.
Everything's ticked off the list.
What Riley told me might do it, but I should make sure there isn't anything I still want to do around town first. Okay, let's do this. Your ex-girlfriend told me about your plans to skip town. That's not something innocent people do.
God, It's not... I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Fuck off! Leave me alone!
I'm in your head.
Fuck. I'll deal with Mac when I get to him. For now, I need to learn everything I can.
Thinks everybody's looking at him.
Typhon's always watching. They run this whole town.
Mac feels like everyone's staring at him.
Everyone thinks I killed him. They all hate me.
Because you're a dick.
It's not fair. I didn't do anything wrong.
Interesting.
It should have been you instead.
Alex?
Oh dear.
No! What the hell? There are people out there! No, I told you to call it off!
I saw the way they looked at me at the wake. They all think I let him die.
I know why you're lying. Typhon's forcing you to deny the call.
What the fuck?
I know you tried to stop it. They fucked up, not you. Stop lying for them!
You don't get it. This wasn't some accident. I told them you were down there, and they detonated anyway.
On purpose? Why?
I don't know. I swear. And then I get a message telling me to deny there was ever a call. You gotta believe me.
I told you that.
Gabe and I, we didn't get along, but I didn't want him dead. And now Typhon's watching me. My girlfriend, she thinks I'm a murderer. My neighbors all hate me. I mean, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Try dropping the attitude.
I think I can calm him down, but does he deserve it?
Just calm down.
All right, Mac. Come on. You gotta calm down, okay? Dude, stay with me. I know what it's like to be doubted. To have everyone think the worst of you. But the truth will come out. I'll make sure of it.
But Typhon.
If Typhon comes after you, they're gonna have to get through me too, okay?
Thanks. I actually feel a little better.
Yeah, well, you learn a thing or two hanging out with shrinks your whole life.
So, what are you gonna do now?
Don't leave Haven. I'm gonna get to the truth.
Okay.
Hey. Yeah, it's... Can we talk? Where are you? Okay.
Where are we?
You were right. About Typhon, about Mac.
Alex.
Mac got the call.
Still say it's something to do with him.
How do you know that?
He got the call and he lied about it.
Doesn't matter.
Someone is putting pressure on him to keep quiet. Someone from the mine and...
It doesn't matter! I keep coming here and playing it back. But it always ends the same.
Ryan.
He's dead. He's really dead, Alex. It was my fault. My job is to keep people safe. And I failed.
You did everything right. Typhon took him away from us. Not you.
She's wrong. I let her cross that log. I put Gabe in harm's way. I'm not a hero. I'm a coward. Worse than worthless.
You've got to stop torturing yourself. You did everything you could have.
It doesn't matter. Gabe's dead. Because of me. Gabe, I'm so sorry.
I forgive you. How could I not? You're not alone.
I still say it has something to do with it.
Whoa, hold on. There's a guy in a gorilla suit? Does he also jump off of the cliff and into the pool?
No, he chases a guy in a banana suit. That guy jumps off the cliff and into the pool.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is a Mexican restaurant?
Nominally. The food is, well, terrible. But it's Gabe's favorite place. I tell you, he's the oldest 12-year-old I know. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
You came up here to tell me that I was right about Mac. About him getting the call. How did you know?
There's something you should know about me. And it's gonna be easier to show you than to explain it. This is gonna seem sort of weird at first, then really weird. Do you trust me? Okay. Think of something that just scares the shit out of you. Really focus until you feel it. Mac, Typhon, all of it. You're afraid you won't know how to handle it without Gabe.
Never knew anyone so good at getting into and out of trouble. Oh, man, this one time.
A bit of happiness.
Whatever it is you're thinking about right now, don't stop, okay? Keep going.
Okay.
What emotion is this? Must be a good memory. I wonder if I can piece it together.
What? Oh, it's a shrivel clown.
How deep you think?
Deeper than that. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police can spot a goose grave at 100 paces.
The Mounties? Oh, come on, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
How long were you gonna let me dig?
I wasn't gonna stop you.
Oh, that's a lot of blood, huh?
Gabe, this is serious. Killing a Canadian goose is a violation of international law.
Shut up. It is not.
They're Canadian geese, Gabe. Property of the Crown.
The crown of...
Property of the Crown, Gabe.
What do we do?
Oh, there's a car. There's a spade and there's a goose. So obviously ran a goose over. I'm told him to bury it. That's funny.
Gabe, goose.
I see it. It'll move.
It's not moving.
It'll move.
Gabe!
So, did you finish burying the goose or not? Okay, also, property of the crown? Really?
Well, they are technically protected under the Migratory Bird Treaty Act. How?
So, I guess I have this power. I can see other people's emotions. They show up like an aura, and if I get too close, I feel what they feel. As if I was feeling it myself. And when I focus, I can even understand why they're feeling it.
And that's what you just did with me? Whew. Some kind of power. No kidding.
It's only ever been the bad emotions before. But that was pure joy.
Who else knows?
Gabe did. But now I guess just you. And that's how I know Mac's terrified of Typhon. He reported Gabe's call, and they ignored it. Now they're putting pressure on him to toe the line.
Okay, but why?
I don't know yet. Someone made the decision to let the blast go off. Seems like finding out who would be a good start.
So, you're going after Typhon? You'll need help.
You don't have to.
You're stuck with me now.
I still say it was him.
Okay then. Team up. Do the buddy cop thing.
You're a loose cannon, Chen, but you get results.
This one's for you, Gabe. I miss you.
How do I say I love you the day I let you go? How do I change all of the pain into the joy? I won't hold on to this place without you.
I didn't speak this morning. I couldn't. Hearing everyone talk about him, about the life he had here with all of you, I lost the chance to have that. But even though I only had one day with him, he changed my life. I said I didn't know if I belonged here. He told me that home isn't something you find. It's something you build.
I won't hold on to this place without you. I will let you fly.
There's no way Ryan will allow that as a member of the Forest Commission.
How do I say
That drops now, that's setting all that ablaze.
made me smile? How do I show you that I'll survive all of these trials?
Joy from everyone except for Riley.
I won't hold on to this place without you.
Is that Riley or is that Deb or whatever her name is?
Let you fly. I will say goodbye.
Okay, Alex calmed Mac down from his panic attack, 96%, yeah, no problem. I forgot about Gabe's death. Alex, 66% reminded her, that was a bit mean. 62%, Charlie didn't take Typhon's money. Cool. And then the majority for two of those. Okay, Alex didn't sit at the edge of the dock. No, I didn't. Minority. Alex left the mess for later. Oh, okay, sorry. Minority. Alex didn't add anything to the memory table. And Alex put the album on Gabe's memory table, joint top. Alex didn't look at the dartboard. Why would you? Oh, you can leave a happy face or a sad face. That's interesting. Alex chose to go by Alto in the LARP 23. The most popular was Alex chose to go by Alwyn in the LARP. Alwyn wasn't a choice for me. Interesting. Didn't look through the comp book, and Alex didn't sit at the table on the rooftop. Alex admits she didn't hear Gabe's call. Alex backed Ryan's claim at the wake. I don't think she did hear Gabe's call. That's why I've got it at 40%. That's why I said it wasn't there. Ryan accepted Alex's forgiveness. Well, extreme minority there. 68%. Alex offered Ryan Gabe's forgiveness. Okay. Didn't want to talk for somebody else. 75% hugged. I shook hands because I still don't trust Ryan. Alex claimed the title of foosball champion. Steph claimed the title of foosball champion. 62%. Did people let her win then? I wonder. Try and make her feel better. Oh, I didn't. I battered her. Steph made Stormweather the Lark boss. 57%. Yeah, majority. 1% didn't talk to her. Interesting. Alex didn't help the bird watcher. Didn't even see a bird watcher. So I missed a whole subplot there. Alex didn't help the sad dude. I missed the sad dude as well. I missed 2 subplots. That's a shame. Let's go. Chapter 3, I've got about 20... hour and 20 minutes left.